Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reata Horsemanship. I'm Luke Brown. I'm very excited to be with you here today on Training Tip Tuesday. It's been a great morning. It's getting a little warm today. It's going to be warm for the next couple days. And then finally here in Santan Valley, Arizona this weekend, it's going to cool down quite a bit. Sorry about that. But today is Training Tip Tuesday, and the horse that I have right here behind me, this is Hades. Hades is a middle-aged quarter horse that came to me. He's a blue roan gelding. He came to me for some training, He's one of the most dull horses I've ever had the opportunity to work with. He just doesn't have a lot of motivation to move fast or to try hard. And so that's been his biggest challenge. He's not a horse that tries to buck or anything. He just it's hard to teach him to be light, to respond to light cues. And so I've had to get pretty heavy with my pressure at times with him. He's doing really well this morning, and he's coming right along. He's in his 8th week now. And the end of this week's going to be his last couple sessions with his owners coming. His owners coming, and we're going to do some training with her and him together. So I know that's going to go well, where I'm going to help her learn how to increase her pressure as necessary to get him to do what she wants him to do without ignoring her. And the horse over here on the other side of the arena, this is Little Man. He's ground tying over there. And ground tying is something that I'm going to talk about on one of these Training Tip Tuesdays. But right now, I'm going to talk about desensitizing to rest. Desensitizing to rest. So as many of you who follow my horsemanship program, I talk a lot, or as you will understand what I'm about to say, I talk a lot about sensitizing and desensitizing exercises. Sensitizing exercises are all the exercises that I teach my horse to do that require movement and require a bigger try from the horse. So the horse has to try to laterally flex, to vertically flex, to move their feet, to yield their hindquarters, the side pass, whatever it is. That's sensitizing. When I'm backing them up on the ground or in the saddle, that's sensitizing. Those are movement exercises. Then the other exercises are desensitizing exercises. Those are my relaxation exercises. So basically, sensitizing is movement, desensitizing is relaxation. How do I teach my horse to relax to things that would otherwise scare him, and get him to relax to those so that he's not overreactive out on the trail or in the arena to certain things? A lot of horses are scared of many things. You know, somebody very famous once said, horses are only afraid of two things that move and make noise, and things that don't move and don't make noise. So basically, horses can be afraid of everything. And so we have to teach them to learn to not be afraid of those things. And yes, there's a point where you can't teach them everything, but that you can teach them how to respond to your cues. You can be their leader, and got some flies flying around here. Be their leader and help them overcome their fears by using these sensitizing exercises. And when I teach a horse to sensitize, to move, let's say I'm lunging, for example. I've got this old stick and string in my hand, and if I'm asking Hades to lunge, I'm going to use this stick and string as one of my tools to get him to speed up. So if I point with my lead hand and he doesn't speed up, and then I cluck and then he doesn't speed up, or let's say I want him to lope, I'll point, he doesn't speed up to a lope. I kiss, he doesn't speed up to a lope, and then I'll drop my string and I'll start to spank the ground like this, if you can see that. And then if he doesn't speed up, I'm going to spank his butt. I'm going to eventually spank his butt to get enough pressure on him to move faster, to move forward, to pick up a lope. And as soon as he does, I go back to my neutral position. But when you're using tools as sensitizing tools, those are tools that create more pressure to help your horse understand that he needs to try harder. Then those tools, if you don't combine that with desensitizing techniques with those same tools, then those tools can become scary for horses, and horses can become reactive to those tools. So after you've sensitized and asked your horse to move, then you need to desensitize, and I like to desensitize to rest. I like to allow them to stand. This is how I start to teach my horse to stand ground tied, is I like to allow them to stand still, and then I start desensitizing. So desensitizing to rest, I might wave the stick and string back and forth. I have 5 different positions around the horse that I like to move. I start at the shoulder position, then the side position, then the hindquarter position, and then the back position, and I'll also do a front position all the way in the front. So those are my 5 positions: the back, hindquarter, side, shoulders, 45 degrees out from the shoulders, and directly in front of them. I use those 5 different positions to position myself around my horse so I can desensitize to rest. What I'm doing is teaching him to relax to the stick and string and not be afraid of it, and I'm teaching him to learn to read my body language, to read what I'm doing. If I have active body language and I'm asking him to move, I'm using sensitizing techniques, then that stick and string is a tool to put pressure on him. If I'm relaxed and asking him to stand still, then I'm desensitizing to rest, and I'm using that same tool, the stick and string, to help him relax. So I can teach him that the stick and string doesn't, every time I raise the stick and string, it doesn't mean that he should move faster. It only means he should move faster if that is followed up after I point and then I cluck. If I point and cluck and then I use the stick and string, then he knows that stick and string is coming in to tap him. He's going to feel more pressure and have to move. But I want to desensitize to rest to teach him to not be afraid of that stick and string, because he's going to feel pressure at times depending on the horse, but some horses will feel more than others depending on how responsive they are, how reactive they are, how eager to please they are. And if they're not eager to please and they kind of couldn't care less and kind of give you the middle finger when you asking them to move, then you might have to put extra pressure, and that might include using your stick and string as pressure on their body, actually physical pressure on their body. So if I do that, then I need to stop, desensitize to rest, so he can learn the difference between using that stick as sensitizing and using it as a desensitizing tool. Make sure that you combine your sensitizing exercises with desensitizing exercises. And one of the greatest ones that I like to do is the desensitize to rest. I desensitize with the stick and string. I desensitize with the flag. I desensitize to rest with a large plastic sheet or a tarp. I do all of those things. I desensitize, but I also use those same tools for sensitizing tools. Make sure to combine the both of them. Use desensitizing and sensitizing techniques. If you don't, your horse is going to get really reactive to your tool. So Hades is going to be real reactive to my stick and string if I don't combine my sensitizing exercises with my desensitizing exercises. I know I've said that a whole bunch in this video, but I just want to hammer home the idea that it's important that you desensitize to rest after you've been asking your horse to move forward. If you want to learn how to do that, make sure to go to riatahorsemanship.com and join our membership. I have lots of videos teaching all the groundwork and all the riding skills that are fundamental to you having an excellent relationship with your horse that's safe, fun, and it's something that you want to continue. It's like a relationship you want to continue in your life. A lot of people get tired of their relationship with their horse and frustrated because they're not getting the results they want. So if you want to get the results you want, come to riatahorsemanship.com, come to one of our clinics, come to a private lesson with me, and at a minimum, start with our membership and start following those videos, studying the videos, practicing, and you're gonna be amazed at how unstuck you become and how much progress you make in a little amount of time if you just focus one thing at a time. Like I talked about yesterday, focus on that one thing just do one thing a week. Just focus on getting one thing really good every week, and by the end of the year you'll have 50 plus things that you're getting really good at. And it just takes little by little. Remember, it's the compound effect. It's what you do consistently on a daily basis that's going to change your life, not what you do all at once. Because if you do something, you try to do something all at once, you do everything all at once, you're going to burn out. You're not going to have results that last. If you want results that last, join riatahorsemanship.com, come join us, and take small and simple steps towards progress, and you're going to find that your life is fulfilled, that you feel fulfilled because you're progressing, and then you're able to give back to other people. There's a lot of people that I teach my horsemanship methods to, then they go on and teach other people those same methods, and I think it's just wonderful that we can all teach each other and grow in this life. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Until next time, be thankful, live with purpose, live with passion, and as always, stay safe in the saddle.